Remember that none of this is financial advice. Today I have a special episode for you. I had the chance to interview Clash, the recording artist and entrepreneur who sells his songs for NFTs on Gala Music. Give it a listen and let me know your thoughts.
How you doing today?
Doing great, man. How about yourself? Nice to meet officially.
Yeah, it's nice to meet officially as well. Hold on, look, I'm gonna show you because I know you hopped on camera real quick. Look, I got the shitty phone camera right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. Hey, well, appreciate your time today, Clash. You go by Clash or what?
Oh, yeah, Clash is, that's what they called me since I was a little kid. So we'll be able to get into all of that.
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I guess let's start there, man. Why do they call you Clash?
So I have been an artist, my whole life. And it wasn't until I was 10 that I was like, I got to take this seriously. I had been producing and DJing and dancing up until that time. So I'm like, I have to really take this seriously. So I'm like, I'm from the hood,
right.
And I don't want to present hood experiences to other people. I want to show them that, like, you could be from the hood, you could be from squalor, you could be from the worst places in the world, and still have this elegance about you. You can still command the room. You can still take over the world. And so in that way, I came up with the name Clash. Or I won't say I came up with the name, but I say God helped me come up with the name Clash. It came to me in a dream like everything else.
Nice. I love that, man. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, so okay, you said you've been making music your whole life and that you came from Squalor. Yeah. Where are you from, man? You from LA?
So originally, I'm from South Bend, Indiana, but I grew up in Long Beach, California. And, both of those places aren't the best places. It's places where people make the most out of a shitty situation. And it really, especially Long Beach, growing up on the east side and going to school on the west side, gave me a different perspective on life, really.
Right. Yeah, so talk about that. When did you move to Long Beach?
I moved to Long Beach probably when I was like 2 or 3 years old. So a good summer of my life has been spent in Long Beach.
You still there or what?
So I moved away, and then I'm back here because it is the most comfortable place for me to conquer LA from Long Beach. I have like my home base right outside of the big city where I could come chill, do some Beach Boy things, run rampant in the streets, put posters all around the streets, and do crazy things without getting into too much trouble.
No, I love that. I love that for sure. Yeah, to be centrally located. I lived in Fresno, man, for 2 years, and like even that was close. It wasn't close enough, but you could make it work. You were like, I'll make the drive.
100%. Well, especially like I'm a Midwest boy myself, so like once I was able to go back home, I was able to understand like. Most people are willing to drive an hour, 2 hours to work every day, let alone like go to a show or like to be somebody. People, they don't have any bounds. So it's definitely that hustle that has to be alive out here.
I love it, man. Yeah. Hey, speaking of, that's one of my favorite songs of yours, Hustle, And is that song, I believe that song's sold out on Gala Music. Is it sold out? No, you have a few sold out songs on Gala Music. We'll have to jump into that too.
Yeah, so, I got a couple sold out, but I'm not sure if Hustle sold out, but I know that it sold to the right people. I know that all the right people found that one because I put my foot in the Hustle. And now that we have DSPs available, like that streaming allocation works for things. So I had to move that on to traditional DSPs as well so everybody could get a taste of it.
As you should, man. I mean, yeah, you want that's the thing is like, me personally, I didn't like it when something was only on Tidal. Right. And I understood like, oh, they got to get more money, but it was pretty substantially less. Like hopefully Gala Music and NFT music could really make a change for artists in that sense.
Yeah. 100%. Hopefully Gala Music. And I know that there are tons of people and different players in the game that are trying to step into the space. And I'm just open for, competition breeds greatness.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that any space that there is not competition, there can't be anybody great. So right now, I'm just hoping that somebody busts down the wall for NFT music and makes it a lot more widely available, but I'm still rocking with Gala.
100%. I love that. Yeah, I'm with Gala too, man. I own a bunch of Gala songs, a bunch of your songs as well. And It's not that I'm, super tribalistic. I think it's the best spot though. If you look at, the Audiuses, right? If you look at Opals or, Bybit, right? It's not the same. I don't know what Tune FM's up to where Snoop says he's going, but, what Think Jaihoon, the community manager for Gala, says is that Snoop is still with Gala as well, and that there's going to be cross community work, right? So just because you're on one platform or one blockchain, like Hedera, somebody's on Gala, right? It's like two different worlds, kind of. So it may, there's totally room for all these different ecosystems. There's Dasani, there's Aquafina.
100%, especially when we're talking about ownership. Artists ourselves, and a lot of the NFT space or just Web3 space in general is about ownership. So with that in mind, we're able to have some flexibility and not be afraid to work with Coca-Cola and Pepsi per se.
Yeah, no, seriously, take the money. When the money's good, you got to take the money, right? I think.
I think the visibility trumps the money. You know,
Makes sense
the
to
amount
me.
of stream, the people we're able to reach, and the type of connections. Like without the connections, this wouldn't even be possible. So I do embrace the connections a lot more.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you there. Yeah, but it's interesting because there's that angle, right, that brings people in of like, oh, isn't it crazy that like you're paying for Spotify every month, you're paying for Netflix every month. This is both free, and if you want to, you could take that next step, get to know an artist with super fandom, right, which is kind of the aspect that Gala Music's going for, as well as you earn a slight bit of royalties, right? I mean, even if it's $1, $2 a day, to say that after 300 days of $1 a day royalties, oh, this year I earned $300 in royalties as a fan. That's pretty cool, And of course, you'd have to buy a bunch of songs for that. But there is that aspect to NFT music, which it sets it apart from the JPEG images, because you get a JPEG image,
100.
from the previous bull run, and it just sits there in your wallet, right? But as the song streamed, you earn that little bit of royalty, and even if it's just a few pennies, I think that's novel, man. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
So with that being said,
I
man,
hear that.
how did you get involved with Aim for the Heart? Talk about that.
So at the time I got involved with Aim for the Heart, I was just independently being a powerhouse throughout my city, hosting trash cleanups. I was my school's DJ for a few years, um, and just really. When I got to high school in ninth grade, I told everyone like the day we took our ninth grade pictures. That here where I'm from, they put your pictures on banners around the city, and they were like, you guys will come back to these pictures and look back and say how much you've grown. And I told them, I won't be graduating with you guys. You guys will see me on TV, and I'm like, I'm gonna be performing at colleges and arenas and shit.
uh-huh.
Now at that time, I'm just performing at like clubs and bars and all hookah lounges. Now, mind you, I'm 15, 14, and I had met a teacher by the name of Marisol Ibanez, an amazing teacher. And she had some social reform classes. And she also had some art classes and or like ethics classes. So I just tuned in with her.
Yeah.
And she would send me different artists and different people at the school that made music, and she would tell me like, "Oh yeah, you should work with this person, or you should look out for this person." I'm like, "Damn, she really cares about me." And then one day, she's like, "Well, I'm a part of this organization. I think you should really check it out. It's not too far from here, so you shouldn't have a problem getting there." I showed up one day on my skateboard. The rest is really history because I met a slew of artists, started teaching in schools. I mean, I'm 14, 15 years old. I'm, I'm just teaching through the arts and learning how to hone my skills. And it saved me from just being quick to sign some random deal in the industry. Like, because that's where my eyes were set for a long time. And at that time in my life, I started to see deals and started to receive offers and stuff. So I'm glad that Aim for the Heart and Layla Steinberg and Marisol Ibanez, Jody Armour were there to help me out.
That's incredible, man. So you were 14, 15, you were performing all over town, doing whatever you could to get there. You were skateboarding around, I mean, when did you start driving? How you were skateboarding? So that's pretty local. How far could you could take the skateboard a few miles or what? You still skateboard?
So, oh yeah, I still skateboard, rollerblade, bike, whatever gets me there.
The Cali
I'm
boy.
huge in extreme. Oh yeah, extreme sports and shit like that. But I also, I would catch the train from the time I was 10. I formed my first business when I was 10, and it was a shirt business. I would catch the train all the way to LA. That's like an hour and a half ride. I
Okay.
would walk to the fashion district. I would get like wholesale 90 shirts or 180 shirts. Can't carry this big ass box on my skateboard back to the train, then back to my house an hour and a half away just so I could get them printed and sell them. So it was never a problem for me to go anywhere
You were
or
getting
get
around. Yeah.
anywhere.
No, that's fucking sick.
The aim for the whole sessions were in the hills. So for me to get from Long Beach to the hills was 2 trains and a bus. And it
Right.
was worth every single train and bus.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I love that. That's fucking epic. So where are you at now? You're in Long Beach right now, and what's on the schedule for you? You got some shows upcoming?
Right now, I'm honestly planning one of the biggest like moves in my life. Instead of chasing after multiple venues, I want to become the venue. I want to work with artists individually and work with the venues individually. Not saying that I don't adore working with venues in like a bigger scale, but I want to form community. And community starts with one step at a time. So I just think that I need a home base for this community. Just like Prince at one point had his own club. I think that's what I want.
That's incredible. So is it going to be in Long Beach, or where are you looking? Are you going to partner with somebody? If you want to talk about it, if it's under wraps, I
Yeah,
understand.
I'm already talking with a few like-minded artists, and I'm seeking some investors. So if anybody wants to tap in with that, hit up your boy.
Hit
But
Clash up, man.
outside of that, we're definitely trying to do this in LA. It's just that Long Beach, it is a beach town, a lot more chill. So I don't want to play around with restrictions. I want to lean into the culture, and the culture is definitely in LA.
Yeah. Okay, I hear that. Yeah, I haven't spent much time in Long Beach. That makes sense. Yeah, it's an hour and a half away. Everyone congregates to LA. That makes sense. So
Yeah,
that's exciting, man. So you got that upcoming. You're looking for some investors. You're trying to open up. Potentially, it's going to be a club. You're thinking,
but yeah,
dude.
I want the biggest hub for artists to perform whenever, and I want them to be able to take over my idea as well. So
Yeah,
and spawn their idea in different cities. So that's where the future is headed, at least for me right now, because I got nonstop music just pouring out the wahoo. So I'm gonna just keep coming with the music and the art and doing whatever show I can along the way.
let's go. Let's go. So what is that? What does the day in the life look like for you then? Like, you an early riser? What's going on, man? When do you make this music? When's your creative
When you're
juices
a
flowing?
hustler, you gotta wake up before the first egg crack. So you need to wake up before the sun hit, get up, get out your bed. And once I get out the bed, I try not to check my phone immediately. I try to get a good stretch, get a good piss in, because it's going to be a long day. I know that this is going to be a long day. You got to prepare yourself. Drink some water or something. This is going to be a long day. Then
Right.
you look at your phone, check. Maybe it's a whole bunch of people who need my help. I'm a superhero. This is literally what I do. So I'm going to check who needs immediate assistance.
Uh,
Let's go to them first. If you're online, number one, let's do it. I'm on the way. I'm gonna hop in my car and I'm gonna hustle. Hustling for me looks like serving. So I'm always serving, even if I'm not working a traditional 9 to 5. Which right now I'm working like a nouveau thing. I'm doing every single thing that I can for funds to invest in my career. That's where I'm at right now, and it's keeping me off of the streets. So that does not end until like 4 a.m. I know what you're thinking. You're not getting a lot of sleep. Fuck no. You can sleep when you die. And then that's what I'm on. But if you're a kid, definitely get some sleep. You're in developmental years. You got a long way to go. Like I said in the beginning, this is gonna be a long day. So definitely prepare for this one. But if you're of the rock star ages, get to it. You can sleep when you die.
But you're an energetic guy too, so you're always on go. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that grind.
Gotta have it, because life ain't waiting for nobody, and it's definitely not waiting for me.
Truth, man. Truth. So, hey, talk to me about this. What was your introduction to crypto? When did you first start looking at it? And or is it strictly a NFT music type relationship?
So when I first got introduced to crypto, I was young, too young to even invest in crypto, but I had to. So like when I first started hearing about crypto, this was like 2014. Now at the time I'm playing around with stocks. I would think that like GoPro and different things would actually do well, and they turned out to do well. People started telling me about Bitcoin, right? And at the time, if people remember iFunny, there was always the iFunny meme going around of the guy who bought a pizza with like 13 Bitcoin. This is like 2009 or something. And at the time, I never understood that as a kid. It wasn't until around 2014, I'm in high school, I'm running businesses, and I'm like, crypto sounds good, but at the time, Bitcoin, a lot of people would mine it and keep it on flash drives.
Right.
Risky business. So a lot of people lost millions of Bitcoin. Random Bitcoin ATMs started spawning around, and then some of those were fake. So it was a very risky and volatile place. But I wouldn't actually start playing around with crypto on my own until 2017 and actually taking it serious and seeing the direction of like Cardano and understanding like what the applications of these crypto coins are actually for.
You're a fan of Charles, huh? I'm an ADA fan.
Oh yeah, look, I'm a huge fan in the future. Like when the USDC coin first came out, I understood that was definitely going to be the future. And if only I knew that back then and like really really trusted it, I would have put a lot more money in some USDC coin instead of keeping it cash.
Right. No, I hear you there. Yeah, man. What a time. Hindsight's always 2020. So my thought is always like, what's that going to be in 10 years? Because I don't think it's going to be the same ones. It was, like 10 years ago, it was Bitcoin and ETH. Those were the clear winners. Like, what's it going to be in 10 years? I feel good about the Gala ecosystem plays. I really do. Because like, it's this three-pronged ecosystem and all three kind of benefit each other. Films, video games, and music. And the fact that you could have a song in a video game or a song in a film and, as it gets played in either of those places, people get benefits in the music side. It's going to feed each other. Like, I see value in that. I really do, because it's going to be self-sustaining.
Oh, yeah. And utility is the name of the game for the future. If you're not able to use a coin throughout, in this tri-state that we have right now, so to speak, it's not going anywhere. And thankfully, Gala has that built in from the beginning.
Totally, man. Totally. Well, hey, it's so awesome to get to talk to you, Clash. I've been chatting with you online for months and maybe even years now, to be honest. It's crazy how time's moving, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy how time goes. But, the truth is going to still flow. Let's get it, baby.
Yes, it will. Hey, I look forward to talking to you again. To everybody listening, please go check out Clash's page on Gala Music. Do you have anything else you want them to hear?
I want y'all to hear that being yourself is the best thing that you could be. And that's all I got to say. I love y'all. Listen, Clash on everything, man. Y'all going to see me again.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I appreciate your time and stay well.
All right. Holla, man.